Hello and welcome back for kidding season, part 2 at Friendly Feathers Farm. When we last saw each other in part 1, we talked about our thought process behind the pairing of our does and our bucks. We talked about breeding so that the births occur at the optimal time of year for us, and we also talked about confirming pregnancies. Now in part 2, we're going to talk about our preparations that we make for kidding season and possibly capture a birth on camera. Now, life pretty much carries on as usual after the does are bred, up until about 2 months before kidding. That would put us at about January. So let's fast forward a few months. Okay, we're getting in the zone and very close to kidding. There are several things we still need to cross off our list. We need to vaccinate the does. This is referred to as CDT. It covers 3 organisms that goats are susceptible to. When we give this, the does will develop antibodies. They will then pass these antibodies along to their kids when the kids nurse. The other thing that we want to do is bolus the does with copper. Copper helps goats with immunity. And these capsules are filled with copper pellets. We use this tool here to give it. I'm not sure what it's called. I call it an injector, but the capsule is loaded. We use the injector to get the capsule to the back of the doe's mouth. It's ejected, the doe swallows it, and it lodges in one of her stomachs. Ruminants have several stomachs. I must say that neither we or the does enjoy this, so fortunately it only has to be done every 6 months. The other thing we want to do is trim the doe's hooves. Normally we trim their hooves every 5 to 6 weeks, but if we can do it at this time and get it out of the way, then we don't have to bother with it anymore during kidding season. Part of our preparation for kidding season is putting together our kidding kit. Ours is pretty simple and it contains items that we just want in one place so that we don't have to go running around looking for them. It contains towels. We'll have various sizes. We don't care about the color. We just want them to be clean. So we pick these up at thrift stores or people give us towels. The other item that we'll have in our kidding kit is dental floss, which we will use to tie off the umbilical cords of the kids because they'll still be attached. So we will tie them off close to the body. Any excess that is hanging afterwards, we snip off with scissors. And because we want to be clean and as germ-free as possible with this, we will dip the cords in iodine. What you don't see in here are latex gloves. We'll have plenty of those in here when the time comes. Lastly, we've got some plastic bags which we will use to put afterbirth in and any clippings from the umbilical cords, and we will dispose of that. There are a few other items we like to have on hand for kidding. One of those items is molasses. Once the doe has given birth, we like to give her a bucket of nice warm water with molasses mixed in. This gives her an extra boost of carbs. We also make sure to have plenty of these Pritchard nipples on hand. Occasionally, for whatever reason, a doe will reject one of her kids, and that means we have to feed that kid ourselves. We use these nipples on water bottles, juice bottles, soda bottles, and these help us get the job done. The other item that we're sure to have on hand is the number of our large animal vet. In the event that we run into a situation we don't feel knowledgeable enough about, we have someone that we can call right away. You may be wondering what these hair trimmers are for. They're just regular hair trimmers that people use, but we use them for shaving the udders of the does. There's a couple reasons for that. One reason is to clean the area up and make it easier for the kids to find the teats and latch on when they're first born. And secondly, when we start to milk the does, the area will be cleaner and therefore more sanitary. Less hair and debris will fall into the milk. Okay, those chores are out of the way. Let's go get the kidding pins in order. Hey honey, what you doing?
Oh, I'm mucking out one of our 4 kidding pens here. We're getting it ready for our doe Titania, who is very pregnant and very imminent. So we're cleaning up the bedding here. We're going to put down fresh bedding for her and her future, soon-to-be future kids. Well, we set this up with a heat lamp here. Keep the kids warm in the period after birth when they're very sensitive to cold. We've got a hay basket here and a water bucket. It's just at the right height so the mother can drink out of it, but the kids won't jump in it and drown. It's not very complicated other than that. Oh yeah, we got a camera here. This camera is a baby monitor, so we'll watch. For a few nights before she kids, we will keep Titania in this pen. If she does kid, the kids will be safely confined in here. We don't want the other goats stepping on them or whatever. So they're very small, very delicate at that point. So we'll watch them every now and then during the night with this camera. And then after they're born, we'll watch them then too, because they're fun to watch any old time we want to. Good to keep an eye on kids, because they get into trouble. Anyway, that's what I'm doing, hon.
Hey, come on in. I just got home from running some errands. I took a peek at the baby monitor and I saw that Rio was in labor. So come on in the barn and let's see what's up. Well, friends, this was all I was able to capture of the birthing process, but you should know that Rio went on to have 2 healthy kids, a boy and a girl. The whole process took about 20 minutes, but for the sake of timing, I condensed it down to about 2 minutes. And here she is, folks, that same little goat that you saw being born in the video. She is now 10 days old at the time of this recording. Kidding season is not over for us yet. We've still got some things to do. We've got to get these kids ready for their new homes. And that means another round of vaccinations. We've got to get their ears tattooed, and we need to get them registered. So make sure you come back for part 3, where we talk about those things, and be sure to check out part 1, where we discuss how we choose our breeding pairs, the timing of our breedings, and how we confirm pregnancies. Thanks so much for stopping by Friendly Feathers Farm, and come back again.